What if what you've been calling anxiety isn't anxiety at all? What if the very thing you've been fighting is actually the proof that your soul is awakening? Think about it. You feel your chest tighten. Your thoughts race. The air feels heavy, almost electric. Most people would say that's anxiety. But what if it's not? It's like standing at the edge of a cliff at midnight. The wind shifts. The silence is so loud you can hear your own heartbeat. Every hair on your body stands up, because deep down, you know something is calling you forward. And here's the truth. Not everyone will understand this. Some will click away right now. But if you're still here, if these words resonate in your spirit, it means you didn't stumble on this video by accident. You were guided here. Because in this journey, we're going to uncover 7 powerful signs that prove you're not having anxiety. You're experiencing a spiritual awakening, and I need you to stay with me until the very end. Because the last sign is the one most chosen ones miss, and it can change everything about your destiny. But listen closely. Halfway through, I'm going to reveal the sign that almost made me lose my mind, the one I thought was destroying me, until I realized it was the greatest proof that I was awakening. You don't want to miss that. So stay close. Let's walk this path together. And before we dive in, do something small but powerful. If your spirit feels this message is for you, pause for just a second. Like this video. Subscribe right now. Why? Because when you do, you don't just support this channel. You help keep this light alive in a world drowning in noise. And every time you engage, this message reaches more chosen ones, just like you. Together, we rise. Now, let's step into the first sign. Number 1. Your emotions feel like a storm you can't explain. Have you noticed your feelings arriving in powerful waves? One moment calm, the next overwhelmed by tears, laughter, or a heaviness you can't name. To others, it may look like instability, even anxiety. But that's not what's really happening. Think of the ocean. When a storm approaches, tides crash and rise. But storms aren't chaos. They cleanse, they rebalance, and that's exactly what your soul is doing. Your spirit is purging. Old wounds, buried memories, suppressed emotions. All the weight you've carried is rising to the surface, not to drown you, but to be released. Yes, it's intense. Yes, it feels messy. But these storms are proof you are awakening. Before your soul can step into its calling, it must make space. And the only way to make space is to let go of what no longer serves you. Anxiety whispers, something is wrong. Awakening declares something is being made right. So instead of fighting, allow it. Journal, pray, breathe through it. Each wave leaves you lighter, clearer, freer. I recall someone who said, "I thought I was breaking down. I cried for days with no reason, but when it passed, I felt brand new, like layers of heaviness had been lifted." That's what's happening with you. You're not breaking down, you're breaking free. And here's where the loop opens. If your emotions are awakening, your senses begin to shift too. The way you see, hear, and feel the world changes. And this leads us to the next sign. Number 2. Suddenly, you feel everything. It's as if the volume of life has been turned all the way up. Lights seem brighter, sounds sharper, emotions heavier. You can even sense what people feel before they speak a word. At first, it feels overwhelming. You may wonder, am I losing it? Why can't I brush things off like before? But this isn't weakness, it's awakening. Imagine your spirit as a radio, for years tuned to static, the ordinary frequency of life. But now, the dial shifts. Suddenly, you pick up new channels, the music of someone's soul, the vibration in a room, the silent cry in a stranger's eyes. This is why crowds exhaust you, why small talk feels hollow, why negativity feels like poison in your veins. Your spirit has become sensitive to frequencies most people cannot hear. Yes, some will call you too sensitive or too emotional. That's only because they can't see what's happening behind the veil. They're still asleep to the frequencies now awakening in you. So what do you do with this gift? First, protect it. Guard your energy. Set boundaries. Say no when something feels heavy. Limit time with those who drain you. Second, nurture it. Because this sensitivity is training, heaven is sharpening your discernment, teaching you to recognize truth from deception, light from darkness, calling from distraction. Chosen ones must go through this stage. If your mission is to carry light into dark places, you must first learn to recognize the difference between light and shadow. But let me be clear, this stage isn't easy. Many confuse it with anxiety or depression. They isolate, thinking they're falling apart. But you're not falling apart, you're being retuned. Think of a violin. Before it can release music that moves the soul, the strings must be stretched and tuned. The process is uncomfortable, but once aligned, it produces beauty. That's what's happening to you. So instead of asking, wait, why do I feel everything so deeply? Ask, what is my spirit trying to show me? Because this sensitivity is a doorway. It opens you to dreams, visions, and messages that arrive when the physical world grows silent. And that leads us into the next sign, when your nights stop being ordinary and your dreams become messages. Number 3, your nights are no longer ordinary. You close your eyes expecting rest, but instead you step into a world that feels more real than the day. Dreams so vivid they linger in the morning. Strange symbols, familiar yet unknown faces, repeated places. And sometimes, it's not dreams at all. You wake at 3 a.m., heart racing, feeling a presence near, as if something or someone is trying to reach you. Most people call this stress, anxiety, or insomnia, but it isn't. These disturbances are not punishment, they're invitations. In the silence of night, your defenses fall. The world is quiet. That's when the spiritual realm speaks most clearly. For chosen ones, the night becomes a classroom. Numbers flashing, rivers, doors opening, repeated symbols. These are not random, they're codes, messages disguised as dreams. Your spirit is receiving downloads, and when you wake suddenly, heart pounding, it's not always fear. Sometimes it's alignment, your body reacting to an energy shift, a visitation, a brush of heaven against earth. But here's the part most people miss. You're not meant to only experience these nights, you're meant to document them. That's why so many guides recommend keeping a dream journal. Write everything, even the fragments that don't make sense. Over time, patterns appear. Someone once shared, "For weeks, I dreamed of a river. At first, I ignored it, but later I realized it always came before big changes. The river was a signal, transition was near." This is how the divine communicates, through impressions, through symbols, through dreams impossible to forget. So when your nights feel restless, don't fight it. Don't call it anxiety. Instead ask, what am I being shown? What am I being prepared for? Because your nights are no longer just for rest, they're for revelation. And if nights are speaking to you, wait. Because soon your days will too. Synchronicities will appear everywhere, pulling you deeper into awakening. Number 4, signs begin to show up everywhere. You glance at the clock, 11:11. You buy something. The total is 7/77. A stranger repeats the very thought you just had. Or the same song, the same phrase, keeps following you. To most, these are coincidences, but for the awakened, they're confirmations. It's like the universe leaving breadcrumbs, guiding you step by step. Synchronicities are heaven's way of saying, yes, keep going. Think of it as a conversation. You wonder in silence, and the answer appears as a number, a word, a symbol. It's not random, it's alignment. And they don't just appear once, they repeat until you pay attention. Someone once told me, every time I doubted myself, butterflies showed up, on TV, on walls, even on clothes. I finally realized the butterfly was a sign of transformation. My life was about to change. That's how synchronicities work. They bypass logic and speak straight to your soul. So what should you do? Don't brush them off. Write them down. Notice the context. Because these aren't decorations, they're instructions. Over time, a map forms, a divine pattern only you can recognize. But here's the warning. The more you awaken, the stronger these signs become. At first it feels overwhelming, even eerie. You may think, am I imagining this? Why so often? But that's the proof. You're not crazy, you're connected. And here's the loop. If signs are appearing outside of you, they're also beginning to manifest inside, through physical sensations that feel like anxiety, but are actually activations, which leads us to the next sign. Number 5. Your body begins to speak in ways you've never known. Your heart races out of nowhere, your chest tightens, a tingling runs through your hands, or pressure builds between your eyebrows, right where many say the third eye rests. Feels like anxiety, but what if it isn't? Think of a seed. To sprout, its shell must crack, the soil must shift. From the outside, it looks like destruction, but it's growth. That's what your body is experiencing. These sensations are not random. They're activations. Energy centers, what some call chakras, are stirring, aligning, awakening. Your body is learning to carry more light, more presence. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Sweaty palms, ringing ears, sudden heat or chills. But instead of fear, ask, what is opening in me? What is being unlocked? Your body is not betraying you, it's upgrading you. Many chosen ones rush to doctors at this stage. And yes, protect your health. But when every test comes back clear, understand, it's not a medical crisis, it's a spiritual shift. One man told me, for weeks, I felt electricity running down my spine. I thought I was sick, but it only happened while I prayed. It wasn't sickness, it was alignment. That's what's happening to you. Your body is becoming a vessel for something greater. So how do you handle it? Ground yourself. Spend time in nature. Drink water. Breathe deeply. Let your body adjust. And most importantly, don't resist. The more you fight, the heavier it feels. The more you surrender, the smoother it flows. Because these sensations aren't here to break you, they're here to prepare you. And here's the loop. If your body is awakening, your soul will soon start pulling you away from the old habits, friendships, and places that no longer fit who you're becoming. That's the next sign, and it's one of the hardest to accept. Number 6. Suddenly, the world you once knew no longer feels like home. The friends you laughed with, the places that once felt safe, the habits that once gave you pleasure. They don't fit anymore. It's like wearing clothes 3 sizes too small. You can still put them on, but deep down you know, you've outgrown them. This is one of the most painful parts of awakening. It feels like loss. Conversations that once excited you now drain you. Environments once familiar feel heavy. And people you love may not understand why you're changing. It can feel lonely. Many mistake it for depression or social anxiety. But here's the truth. It's transition. Imagine a butterfly. Before it can fly, it must leave the cocoon. The cocoon was necessary, but it was never meant to be permanent. The same is true for you. This stage of not belonging is heaven pulling you out of the temporary so you can step into the eternal. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Yes, it hurts. You may lose relationships. You may feel misunderstood, but chosen ones are not meant to blend in. They're meant to stand apart. When your spirit awakens, what once matched your frequency no longer resonates. So what do? Stop forcing what no longer fits. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Instead, seek alignment. Allow heaven to lead you to your true tribe, those who speak the same language, who understand your sensitivity, who confirm your destiny. This not belonging is not the end. It's the bridge. And once you cross it, you'll see you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to stand out. But here's the part you can't miss. All the emotions, the sensitivity, the dreams, the signs, the physical shifts, the breaking of old cycles, they've been leading to something greater, to the final and most powerful sign. And number 7. This is the one most chosen ones miss until it's almost too late. You begin to feel it deep inside, a whisper, a pull, a sense that your life is not random, that everything you've walked through, every wound, every storm, every tear, was preparing you for something greater. It doesn't feel like anxiety. It feels like urgency, like something inside of you is saying, you were made for more. You cannot stay where you are. At first, it can be confusing. You might wake up in the middle of the night with a strange certainty. There's something I must do. There's a purpose I must fulfill. You may not know what it looks like yet, but you can't shake the feeling that your life has weight, that your steps are guided, that your existence matters. This is the mark of destiny. Imagine a compass buried deep within your chest. For years, it sat silent, but now it's moving, pointing, pulling you toward a direction you can't fully see but somehow know is real. That is not imagination. That is your soul awakening to its mission. And here's the part most people miss. This calling doesn't always arrive with clarity. It rarely comes with a full map. Instead, it comes as a knowing, a nudge, a fire that refuses to go out, no matter how much you try to ignore it. That fire is your purpose. And the reason it feels so intense now is because heaven has declared, it's time. This is why you can't go back to old habits, why you can't find peace in empty conversations, why the world feels smaller than it once did. Because your spirit knows you were created for something higher. And here's the choice. You can silence it, push it away, pretend it's anxiety. Many do. But chosen ones answer the call, even trembling, even uncertain. They say yes. And when they do, doors open that were locked for years. Paths align, signs confirm, and destiny begins to unfold. So if you've been feeling this sense of urgency, this unshakable pull, understand, this is not anxiety. This is your mission calling your name. And this is where everything we've spoken about comes full circle. The emotional waves, the sensitivity, the dreams, the synchronicities, the physical sensations, the feeling of not belonging, all of it was preparation. All of it was heaven's way of shaping you, refining you, so you could recognize this moment. Because this final sign doesn't just speak to your life now, it speaks to your destiny, and that's why you cannot ignore it. But before we close, let me tell you this. If you are still here, still watching, still listening, it's because this message was meant for you. You didn't stumble here by accident. You were guided, and there's more you need to hear. You didn't find this message by accident. Every sign we walked through, the emotions, the sensitivity, the dreams, the synchronicities, the physical shifts, the sense of not belonging, all of it has been leading you here, to this exact moment. Because here's the truth. Heaven does not waste pain. Every tear you cried, every night you thought you wouldn't make it, every battle you fought in silence, it was never meaningless. It was shaping you. It was preparing you. It was carving space inside of you for a greater purpose. And now, you're beginning to see it. You're not broken. You're not cursed. You're awakening. What you thought was anxiety was, in fact, a divine signal. The language of your calling. The sound of your soul breaking free from chains you were never meant to wear. Not everyone will understand this. Many will dismiss it, laugh at it, or try to explain it away. But chosen ones know. They feel it in their bones. And if you've stayed with me all the way to this moment, it's because deep down, you know you are one of them. But here's where it gets real. Awakening is not the finish line, it's the beginning. Now that you've recognized the signs, the question is, what will you do with them? Will you bury them under fear, or will you let them guide you into your true purpose? The choice is yours. But if your heart is racing right now, if your spirit is stirring, then this is your confirmation. It's time. Time to rise. Time to walk in alignment. Time to step into who you were always meant to be. And if this word spoke to your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with another chosen one who needs to hear this too, because your light may be the spark that awakens theirs. Now, I want you to do something powerful. Drop a comment below and write these words. I am awakening. Because when you speak it, you claim it. And when you claim it, you step into it. And before you go, don't forget, if this message resonated, subscribe to this channel. Why? Because every time you do, you help us keep this space alive, pushing messages like this into the algorithm, so that more chosen ones can wake up and find their path. Together, we rise. Together, we grow. And lastly, don't stop here. There's more you need to hear. So click on the video that's appearing on your screen right now. It will take you even deeper into your journey. Because remember, these signs are not random. They are the language of your destiny.